Under the circumstances, I think that it's best for you to move into Sister Agatha's room. You have been under a lot of stress, Sarah. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a lot about Sister Rebecca. Now, you stayed with her. What did she tell you about herself? Nothing. Come on, after all the time you two spent together, she must have told you something about herself. Did she talk about her family? Maybe she didn't, because you were sharing all your problems with her. Is that true? Good. I'm glad you didn't. You know it's for the best, don't you? Don't you, Sarah?
Are you sure? Look, could you please just check the room again? That's impossible. She couldn't have left this early. Yeah, all right, thanks.
Hey, man, I lay odds. We're going to double our wine sales with this new Cabernet.
You know what Kelly's at?
Deal. What?
Kelly, I called the hospital. They said she left early this morning.
Look, TJ, I didn't...
Come on, man. She won't answer any of my calls. Are there messages at the hospital, at your parents' place? I got to talk to her, man.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Look, I don't want your opinion. I just want your help, all right? Now, where's she at? She at the cottage, at your folks' place? What? Fine, I'll find her myself.
No, you won't. Not letting you near my sister.
When Jeffrey and I left this house, I was sure I'd never be back. But here I am, and it feels good. I guess no matter where I live, this will always be home.
We'll always be here for you, baby.
Oh, I bet that's Mildred Canfield.
No, Mildred Canfield already called. She's expecting you to call her back, and so did Esther Waters.
Yes.
And so did Irene Abernathy.
Yeah.
They're all donating something to the charity for the auction.
Sounds like Mrs. Canfield's gonna donate that candy.
Not if I don't call her back. You know how she is. I'll be right back.
And I bet you had fun talking to all those ladies on the phone this morning.
No, Darlene took all the calls. There were a couple of calls for you. 2 from Jeffrey. 2 from ТиДжей.
Iden? Ah, there you are.
Hi, I'm sorry. I was taking a walk through the garden. It's so beautiful.
Oh, yes, so beautiful.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna miss this place.
Well, not enough to stay, I'm sure.
No. Actually, I'm really looking forward to having the operation be over tomorrow.
Of course. So you feel good about it then?
Basically.
You're nervous?
A little. I had a bad dream last night that everything went wrong with the surgery, all because I hadn't told Cruz the truth.
How do you feel now?
Well, the same. Actually, for the past 2 days, I've been having some second thoughts. So when I woke up this morning, I decided I was going to call him. And I couldn't reach him. I don't know where he was.
Well, maybe you couldn't reach him because he's been on a plane all night.
Beautiful day.
It's a beautiful night. So are you okay? About your dad, I mean? I know how difficult it was for you.
Yeah, it was. I just can't picture him sitting in that jail.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm all right now. You know, last night while you were asleep, I was looking at you. And I was thinking, I was realizing that I have to get my life together. I have a lot to live for now. How's that for a quick self-analysis, Doc?
I'd say it's right on the nose, Doctor.
You know, I must have started off on the right foot with this new philosophy. Because being here with you right now feels more right to me than anything in my whole life.
I'll tell you something, sweetheart. I think that Jeffrey's going to keep on calling you. TJ probably will, too.
I know, Daddy, but I can't talk to either one of them. I don't know what I'd say to them if I did.
Then don't worry about anything, okay? Just forget about it for now.
I don't want to hurt Jeffrey, Daddy, and I don't want to hurt TJ. But I've got to find out for me what I want for my life. I feel like I'm getting a second chance here, and I don't want to make any more mistakes.
You think you made a mistake marrying Jeffrey?
No, it was the happiest day of my life.
Honey, you saying you're not happy now, what? In the marriage, I mean.
I don't know. I don't know. So many things have happened. Do you think I'm being terrible to Jeffrey?
Oh, honey, I don't know. I mean, to me, marriage is sometimes such an unnatural state of being. When you go through life having so many changes, especially when you're young. I mean, you fall in love with somebody for what they are at the moment, and they fall in love with you for what you are, and if you're lucky, you change and they change, and you both still love each other, sometimes even more.
Did Mama change?
Yes. I love her more now than I ever did, but that doesn't always work out that way.
I know. I love Jeffrey very much. I always will. But something's changed.
Well, then you're right. You take all the time you need to think about it. You work it out. Okay?
I will, Daddy. Thank you.
What? What?
For making me feel better.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, okay. Let's say from the smile on Mama's face, she got that cameo.
The cameo. Irene Abernathy donated an emerald brooch. Esther Walters is giving us an antique gold pendant. I spoke to the appraiser, and the gold watch that Dr. Donnelly's brother donated is probably worth over $20,000.
Oh, my God. Do I get to model the jewelry?
Wait a minute. You're going to the auctions?
Yeah, I'm going to help Mama get set up.
Honey, you really think you should?
Daddy, Mama and I had this very conversation this morning in the car. It'll be good for me. And besides, it's for charity. And I haven't felt like I've done anything for anybody else in a while.
There you go.
All right. I won't say another word about it.
Possibly because she's stubborn as you are.
God, I can't believe it. How much is all this? What's the grand total here?
I think with all of this and the pearl necklace that I'm donating, it's probably $150,000.
My gosh, a few more phone calls, your mother could fix the national debt.
I'm warning you, ТиДжей. I want you to stay away from Kelly.
Who the hell do you think you are,
I'm her
man?
brother. I want you to stop thinking about yourself for once in your life. She lost Mason. She almost died herself. The last thing she needs is a lot of pressure from you.
Man, you don't have the slightest idea what Kelly needs, all right?
She doesn't need a man who just had an affair with her mother. I'm warning you, man. I'm warning you. You listen to me. I want you to stay away from her.
Let me tell you something, Bubba. I don't need your warnings, all right? I didn't use your mother, and I wouldn't use Kelly. So I'm going to give you a piece of good advice. You stay out of my way, and you stay out of Kelly's way.
You all right?
Fine.
Well, look, Ted, if you want to talk about it, I'm game. Hello?
I was hoping I'd find you there.
Oh, Darlene, what do you want?
Tomorrow's our big day.
What are you talking about tomorrow? What about it?
I'm talking about making some real money. You struck out with Ted. Now it's time for us to make some big money and move on.
I slept so long. That's my journal. Where'd I put it? It's so strange living here where Mason spent his last night. But he was right. There is something very strange and mysterious about this place. I can't get a fix on Father Michael at all. Yesterday, I thought he was going to tell me something, but then suddenly the doors seemed to close. It seemed that he was going to open up to me, but then he didn't. His face can be so compassionate when he's dealing with the children, but at other times there's so much anger. Anger in his eyes. I don't know what it is, but no matter what, I'm not giving up until I find out what happened to Mason.
How could you do this?
If you would just let me explain.
Who are you?
I came here to find out something.
Who are you? What's your name?
Julia Wainwright.
And where are you from?
Santa Barbara.
What are you, from the police?
No.
Are you an investigator?
No.
What, a newspaper?
No! I'm an attorney. And what I'm doing here has nothing to do with that. It is strictly personal. I have come here to find out some...
I don't think you understand exactly what you've done here. I mean, your disrespect for the sanctity of this church and the dedication of its people is unforgivable.
If you would just let me explain, I could just clear up this whole thing.
Father Michael welcomed me to his church today. He accepted me as Sister Rebecca. The other nuns seem to accept me as well. I'll remain here until I discover who murdered Mark McCormick. That's why Mason Capwell came
Mason was here and died here, trying to clear his name.
His death was an accident.
He was killed because he was trying to find out who framed him for murder.
How can you be so sure that he didn't kill Mark McCormick?
I know that he didn't do it.
Well, if your motives are so noble, then why did you have to come here under this elaborate ruse?
I don't really see that I had any other alternative.
Why didn't you just come to me and talk to me? Tell me.
I really couldn't take the risk.
Why not?
There are a lot of secrets here, and it's very hard to know who you can trust and who you can't trust.
And you trust me now?
How did you get my journal?
Look, don't try and put me on the defensive here. If I feel that this church and the people in it are being threatened, I have to respond to that threat.
You're protecting an awful lot of people in this church, Father. Is that why you're so upset that I'm here? Are you trying to protect the person that killed Mark McCormick?
So, you want some breakfast?
What do you have?
Anything you want?
All right, well then I'll have some grapefruit. And I'll have some cornflakes. I'll move in and I'll have some coffee.
Wait a minute.
What?
What did you say?
I said I have some cornflakes and some grapefruit.
No.
You don't have cornflakes?
After the cornflakes, the grapefruit, before the coffee.
Well, let me see. I said I'd have grapefruit, cornflakes, I'd move in, coffee, whole wheat.
Whoa.
What, you don't have coffee?
No, the coffee and that stuff, that's no problem.
Well, then there's no problem.
Just the moving in part.
What, that doesn't come with breakfast? What is this, a continental breakfast? What kind of dump are you running?
You're joking, right? Right?
I don't know, was I?
Yeah. You were joking.
All right, I was joking. I can do without breakfast.
Can you?
I'll have lunch instead. And we have plenty of time before lunch.
Oh, my God. Oh, the museum.
What?
I was supposed to help them set up for the auction. Oh, and I was supposed to be there 15 minutes ago.
Wait a minute. Well, can't you act like you just forgot and be late an hour or something?
Sorry.
You know, you picked a hell of a time to remember. Come here.
Hope you're not going to undress me again?
Yeah. Last night was a wonderful, wonderful beginning.
Yeah. You know what?
What?
I forgot to tell you something before. I love you.
Wait a minute. You too, Heather Donnelly.
Oh, Cruz, you don't know how happy I am to see you. I can't believe you're really here.
Yeah, neither can I. I had a rather difficult time locating you.
Pierre Dumont, this is my husband, Cruz Castillo.
Very glad to finally meet you.
It's my pleasure.
May I get you something, either one of you?
No, thank you.
Well, then, please excuse me. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Thanks. I've missed you. How did you find me?
Does it matter?
Are you angry with me?
Angry? I've spent the last 8 hours sitting in an airplane trying to make some kind of sense of this, Eden, trying to understand, and I can't.
Well, do you know everything?
Everything except why you lied to me.
Well, because I was afraid.
You were afraid of me?
No. I was afraid that I would never be able to give you what you have with Chip. That you would never feel that way for our child. And when I felt that maybe I might not be able to ever have a baby, I was scared.
And you felt that we could not deal with that together.
I don't know. I was confused.
You thought it better to run away and hide from your husband, who thought that he was your best friend.
I didn't want to hurt you.
I'm wondering where, in the promises we made to each other, where did we say that we would only share the good things, the easy things?
I thought that if I could just take care of it and put it behind me, that you wouldn't have to worry and you wouldn't have to know.
It just blows me away that you didn't trust me.
Did you need my help with anything else, Mrs. Kepler?
Oh, no, thank you, darling. You can put that right there. I think everything's taken care of.
Whoa, that is so beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
You know, it was so generous of everyone to donate all of these expensive things to charity.
I know it was, wasn't it? Listen, you can go back to the house now if you want, but on the way out, if you see a security guard, please ask him to come in here, because I am responsible for this, and I don't want to be any longer.
No, it must be worth a lot. You should be very careful.
Yes, I know.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Darlene, for your help. Hi, there you are. I've been looking for you. These are the most expensive items we have for the auction. Could you please put them in a safe right away?
Yes, ma'am, right away.
Thank you very much.
Well.
Sweetheart, are you all right?
I'm fine. I was just remembering when Jeffrey and I hid out here.
Those are good memories, huh?
Very good, and they always will be, no matter what.
I think things are going to be all right between the two of you.
I don't know, Mama. It's not like it was with you and Daddy. You know, at the time, I couldn't understand how what happened between you and TJ could have happened, but now I do. Now I know how warm and responsive and wonderful he can be.
Kelly, do not allow yourself to be pulled into this, please.
Mama, I'm not being pulled into anything. He was there for me when I needed someone.
Kelly, everything you're saying you've heard before. Take it from someone who's been there, please. Kelly, he is the last man in the world to have a relationship with. He's not to be trusted.
Why do I get the feeling from you that this has nothing to do with whether I can trust TJ or not? Mama, do you still have feelings?
No. I don't like him, and I don't trust him. It is simple as that. And I don't think he should be involved in your life.
Do you actually believe that I would shield a murderer?
That depends on who the murderer is and what the circumstances were.
Let me assure you that if I knew who killed Mark McCormick, I would go to the police immediately.
Do you think that it's possible that the killer is roaming around here somewhere?
No.
No, really? How can you be so sure?
Because I know the people in this church, and I know that none of them are capable of murder.
You were a cop, remember? There's no way you can gauge what anyone is going to do when they're pushed so far. And how can you be so convinced that everybody is innocent here? If they're so innocent, why do you keep nuns locked up in a cellar? And don't tell me it's because of their protection, because I don't buy it. What's the mystery here?
There is no mystery.
Then why did you take her out of my room?
Because Sarah is a very fragile person. And because I didn't know what your motives were, and I don't want you using her.
I'm not using anybody. Look, Mason knows that something was going on here. I have every instinct that something is going on here. Look, if you just let me spend a little more time with Sister Sarah, then maybe I could find out.
No, I can't allow that.
Okay, you're right. You are probably right. I just need to do this for myself. You can see that I'm upset. I just need to search out every possibility, and if everybody's innocent here, what's the harm?
What's the harm? You could end up in the same kind of trouble that Mason did.
And that's it! What kind of trouble? What happened to him?
I want you out of my church.
No. No way! I'm not leaving this place until I find out what happened to him!
Major calls. Tell him I'll be back in about an hour.
Sure, any other instructions?
Darlene, what are you doing here? I want you to make arrangements for a car to get us out of here tomorrow night.
Look, about tomorrow night.
No, it's going to be even bigger than I thought. No question it'll top over 150,000.
Don't you understand? This is not a good idea. This is stupid. I don't want to do this.
What are you talking about? We both came here for a score. We missed it. This one's like a little gift. We're not going to get another chance like this.
Come on, don't you understand that if we steal this stuff tomorrow night, we're never going to get another chance at a normal life? I've got a job. I've got friends here, people who like me. This is the first time in my life that I feel like I fit in, and I like the way that feels.
Well, I don't like working for the Capwells and waiting on them hand and foot. I hate it. And I don't plan to be a maid for the rest of my life or some hostess in some cheap nightclub. You tell me, how many friends you think you'd have in this town if they know what you did down in L.A.?
Darlene, please.
No, you please listen to me, Margot. I don't know where you dreamed of this little fantasy of happiness, but it's not gonna last. Maybe the novelty of it hasn't worn off just yet, but it will. And you're gonna get real tired of having to show up here every night just to pay your rent. Now, after tomorrow night, you and I are gonna be heading out to Mexico. Here's your invitation to the auction, so you'll have no trouble getting in. We're still going to be doing this as friends, aren't we? You're not going to give me any trouble, are you? Good. I didn't think you would. Be a terrible time for your past to rear its little ugly head.
What are you doing here?
Kelly, I went by the house to try to see you.
Rosa wouldn't have told you I was here.
Rosa didn't tell me. What does that matter? I was trying to see you.
J.J., please.
Why didn't you return my calls?
I'm not ready to talk to you yet.
I'm not trying to pressure you, babe. I'm just...
Well, then why are you here? You went by the house? TJ, I'm not talking to you and Jeffrey because I need time with my family. I need time to myself.
You didn't talk to Jeffrey, huh?
No.
Look, Kelly, I'm not trying to pressure you. Your family doesn't like me, right? So I figure their effect on you is not to enable you to make an objective decision about your future. I mean, especially when I'm concerned. Yeah, all right, I've made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. You just let me sit down and talk to you.
You're too good at it, TJ. You're too good at it. If I sit down and I spend any time with you at all because I want to believe everything that you say, I'm going to end up getting talked into something that I probably don't really want to do, and I can't take that chance.
Yeah, but that's what I want you to do, though, is make your own decision. You know how I feel about you. Hi. I heard you needed some help doing some carpentry, so I figured I'd come down and see what I could do.
Did you? Well, they're doing that work in the other room.
Right.
It wasn't that I didn't trust you.
Oh, well, excuse me. You travel halfway around the world to some strange clinic. You're going into surgery tomorrow. You don't tell me. I have to find out about it from somebody else. Now, maybe I don't understand how that is a measure of your trust. I do not understand.
Look, this wasn't easy for me either, you know.
Eden, what if it were me? What if I had the same kind of problem? Would you want me to lie to you?
No.
And would it change the way you felt about me?
No.
You know, I didn't even know where you were. If something would have come up, I would have had no way to begin looking for you.
Look, I just wanted to be able to give you a child. Is that also terrible?
Darlene, I would never risk losing you for the sake of having a child. Without you in my life, nothing else matters. But if you're not going to share things that scare you, if you can't leave me open to feel that I can share those kind of things with you totally without lying, I mean, where do we have to start from? Where can we go to with that?
Dear God, I didn't mean to hurt you. I don't doubt your faith or your trust or me. I was wrong. I made a mistake. Now, can we just deal with it from this moment on?
Well, we need to. But, I mean, this kind of knocks me for a loop, you know. I feel like my head is going to bust.
Cruz, I'm sorry. And I love you, and I was just scared.
I told you I want you out of this church.
And I told you that I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what kind of trouble Mason got into. Is that why he was killed?
How many times do I have to tell you? His death was an accident.
You said that he got into trouble. What kind of trouble?
He caused trouble. He was violating the nun's privacy, asking questions, demanding answers.
So what?
So he didn't have a right to come here and lie to us. Lie to us the way you lied to us and use this mission.
Oh, right. What was he supposed to do? Let himself get convicted for a crime that he didn't do? He didn't have any choice. I didn't have any choice. Did you think I wanted him to come here? I should never have let him come here.
Mason is the man you talked about in your confession, isn't he?
I need to know the truth of what happened here. And as a human being, you must be able to understand why. I know that he made discoveries here, and I know that Sister Sara is the link. So if you just give me a little more time...
No. No, I can't let you near Sister Sara. Mason shouldn't have gone near her either.
Would you at least consider my request, please? Just let me stay here a little bit longer.
All right, I'll consider it.
May I have my journal back, please?
Miss Wainwright, I'd like you to please stay in your room. I think that it's only honorable for you to stay away from the sisters. I'm not very comfortable with your deceiving them until I make my decision.
Number 9.
Hello, my gorgeous girls.
Hi, baby. I'm glad you could make it.
Thank you. I thought I'd come down and maybe chip in a little bit of time.
Well, sound system. We need help with the sound system.
I'm not too good at that. I'll give it a shot,
I know
though.
you're not, dear.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I thought you had to spend the afternoon at the hospital.
I skipped the surgical meeting, you know, routine business. I thought it was more important to hang around here and help you with decorations. Think maybe we can find a nice dark corner to decorate?
Excuse me, Dr. Scott Clark. Are you here to help us?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Good. Sisi needs a lot of help with the sound system.
Great. Like I said, that's why I'm here.
Hey, I'm a little surprised to see you here today. A lot of people wouldn't be able to get up and around as quickly as you have.
Well, I really wanted to be here. I hope you don't think I'm pushing it.
Oh, no, not at all. Kelly, you know, I'm really glad you decided to move back in with your family. I know how close you are to them. I think it's great. And I want you to remember, if ever you need anyone to talk to, I'm available.
Well, thanks. I'll take you up on that sometime.
Good. So what do we have here?
You know something? I really admire you. I admire the way that you juggle a career and don't make relationships the focus of your life.
I don't know how worthy I am of your admiration. It hasn't always been my choice to have a lack of relationship.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah. I think the important thing is to find a happy balance between the two. It takes a lot of courage to just dive right into a relationship, and, I know I haven't been brave enough until now.
I think things are gonna get better real soon.
Yeah. I think you may be right.
Glad you're working on it. I couldn't do it very well. Look, Scott, I'm very sorry to hear about your father.
Don't be. He broke the law.
Well, maybe so, but I don't understand why he didn't appeal, why he just dropped the case.
That was his decision. I want to tell you something about my father, Mr. Capwell. He is not crazy. When he saw that justice could not be had, he did the only thing that he knew how to do.
I'd like to help. Anything you need, just...
No, I don't need anything. But thanks for the offer.
Hi. Margot, listen, I'm sorry I was so rude before. It didn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah, I guess I just got in the way, huh?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the way it was. Look, I'm glad you're still here. I wanted to ask you something. There's a charity auction and a dance tomorrow night. I hope maybe you and I could go.
Look, Ted, I don't want you to ask me just because of what happened before.
No, I'm not. I was going to ask you before. I was. Huh? So what do you say?
Well, yeah, I'd like to go with you.
Oh, great. It's going to be a lot of fun. There are a lot of people there that you haven't met that I'd like to introduce you to.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, okay. Well, back to work.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Resident.
Darlene, this is Margo.
You shouldn't be calling me here.
I had to.
You can't go through with this.
There's
no backing out now, Margot.
Look, I won't do it.
No? You plan to stay in this town with your new friends? Well, what's gonna happen when
You know what? I don't care what you tell them. You can tell them anything you want about LA because I can't go on living like this.
Okay, fine. Good. You stay in this town and be a barmaid. It just means more money for me. But I swear to you, Margot, you mention one word to anyone, and
I'll make sure this whole town knows every little detail of your life.
What did you tell Rebecca? Then why is she so anxious to talk to you more? Oh, I think you do know. I think that you are keeping something from me. She wants to hurt you. All of us. And I won't let that happen. You are not to see her. You are not to go near her. Do you understand?
So that's basically all there is to it.
Do you feel comfortable with this doctor?
Well, he's one of the best in the world, and Daddy's known him for many years. As a matter of fact, he was the one who developed his procedure.
I suppose that makes it a little safer then.
I don't really feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. I feel like what I'm doing is right. And I feel a lot better knowing that you're here and I don't have to go through this alone.
Are you doing it for you? Is it something you want to do, or are you doing it for me?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't want to let you go through something that could be as serious as this if you're only doing it for me, if you don't care deeply about it yourself.
I'm doing it for us. I'm doing it for you and me.
And to what degree was your decision affected by Chip?
Look, I'm not going to lie to you about how I feel about that. It really hurt me that I wasn't the one to give you your first son. That the son that you love so much came to you from a woman you didn't even love.
So what if my son did not exist? Would you still be doing this?
Yes, I still would be doing it.
But you wouldn't have felt the need to keep it a secret from me.
No, I would have told you.
Well, he is a part of my life now. We can't deny that. He is my son, and I do love him.
I know.
But there is no reason for you to feel threatened by him. He could never come between us. As far as I've been able to tell, there is no force on earth that could come between you and me.
You forgive me.
Of course. But I want you to tell me one more time that you're sure you want to do this.
Yes. I love you more than I will ever be able to tell you. And I know I am doing the right thing.
By the time I got back to Hong Kong, the stocks were so low I'd lost millions. I could afford it, but the other victims couldn't.
And you blame the Major for that?
Of course I blame the Major for that. He started the whole damn company. He used the most ruthless, underhanded tactics I've ever seen.
Yep, that was business. And it was 10 years ago.
Ted, the man cannot be trusted. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I love this. This is really funny to me. You describe this as a horror story just because you were on the other side. Now, how many times have you come home and just gloated about the smart moves that you made when the other men just absolutely broken?
I never resorted to anything.
No, get off it, Dad. You lost, and you hate to lose, especially to the Major. And I'm going to be going to work with him. This is going to drive you up the wall even more.
I really don't appreciate my son working for a man with those kind of business ethics. Why don't you come back to work for me like you used to?
No. I've already made up my mind.
It, looks like you're about ready for your party.
I don't want you around my daughter, TJ.
Sophia, she doesn't want me around her either. That's why I'm giving her the space to try to make her own decision.
Any decision that she might make is not going to include you in her life.
How can you be so sure about that?
Oh, I can be sure. Because if you go near Kelly again, any problems that Pamela may have given you will be nothing compared to what I can do.
Oh, you are an angel of mercy.
So, how long has it been since you hammered a nail?
Obviously too long. Oh, right there. That's it. That shoulder. Oh, don't answer it. Don't. Come on.
Whoever it is, I'll get rid of him, okay?
Wait a minute.
Hi, Miss Heather Darlene?
Yeah.
Telegram.
Okay.
And sign here, please.
All righty. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Telegram?
Yeah.
Nobody sends telegrams anymore. Who's it from?
It's just from a girlfriend of mine from college. She's getting married.
Oh, that's great. You know, the shoulder is still in desperate need of your magical fingers. Thanks.
happens, you must not trust Father Michael. Mason.
Tonight, Snap-on Tools Corporation, a Fortune 500 company, is fighting some of its dealers who have brought suit claiming fraud. Join Tom Brokaw on NBC Nightly News.
And Tuesday night on the NBC Summer Showcase, everybody's doing it.
What do Bill Cosby, Betty White, Hume Cronin, and Jessica Tandy have in common with you and me? Growing old. I'm Connie Chung. Find out what they're doing about it Tuesday.